Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Richawd back with another video. Now, you're probably wondering, are you really about to say what you finna say? After all them videos you done made complaining about 9-to-5 jobs, now you're gonna say 9-to-5s aren't so bad? Hear me out, you know? As y'all know, I'm an open-minded person. I believe in evolution. I believe that people grow in time, you know? And I've had this period, between jobs. It's been going on 3 months now, a little over 2 months. And my thought process has changed, I've matured a lot over this time. And what I'm realizing is a 9-to-5 ain't as bad as we making it out to be. I know. Everybody who may be at work and you feel me, you can't wait to get off your shift, or you feel me, people who got some BS job they got to go to later on in the day. You probably thinking, man, what the hell is this dude talking about, man? 9-to-5s are miserable. I hate my job. I can't stand my job. And I feel you. It's a lot of people, they complain. They hate their job. They hate their job. They hate their job. And I was one of them people too, I used to complain a lot about my job and just about the structure of it, But you get to a certain point, and I feel like people who, a lot of people really don't get to this point until they go through a struggle. The old saying, you don't know what you got until it's gone, Like, I was one of them people, I didn't know what I had until it was gone. I didn't appreciate enough what I had before because, I was a solid worker at my last job, but I slacked in a lot of areas, you know what I'm saying, where I shouldn't have been slacking, you know what I'm saying? So, that kind of overshadowed all the good that I did, you know what I'm saying? Because, I'd be slacking in certain areas, like coming back from, I ain't got to, snitch on myself, but it's just certain areas where I was slack, you know what I'm saying? And I would take for granted certain things and I wouldn't take it as serious, And just being in this period now where, life kind of just humbles you a little bit and, everything slows down, your money slows down, things get behind, and you just see the struggle of the workforce. Luckily for me, I'm blessed. I'm not out here on my own. I got a support system around me. So I didn't just completely crumble and fall. But I did go through some hard and dark times for myself. I know it's a lot of people out here, they going through way worse than me. I understand that. I'm not in some la land bubble where I think I'm the only one going through some shit. I know there's plenty of people out here going through way worse than I'm going through right now, or way worse than I've been through over these last few months. I know certain people, you may hear me talk about the struggles that I've dealt with in these last 2 months, and it may be nothing to you. It may be nothing to you to lose your job and get behind on shit and not have any money, because you've probably went through way worse. You've probably went through being homeless. You've probably went through losing your car. People have been through all type of stuff. And I've been through, my fair deal of things too. But my point being, and the point I'm going to make in this video is you really don't know how good you have it, bro. Like, bro, I was literally looking at my pay stub, bro. I made over $30,000 last year working my job, bro. Over $30,000. Now, that's not a grand deal of money, but that's the most money I ever made in a year, easily. You know what I'm saying? Like, just looking at things in hindsight, I'm like, man, bro, even, and it was a lot of things at my job that I didn't like that caused me to kind of mentally disengage and just kind of just be in a certain mode, where I didn't want to emotionally invest myself too much into the job and take it too serious because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things that I couldn't control there. And instead of me getting too emotionally invested and being frustrated and angry at managers or supervisors or why y'all doing it this way or why ain't y'all doing this or why ain't y'all doing that, I just realized, like, bro, it's only so much you can control. You go in, you do your job, you do the best you can. But it's only so much you can control. You can't control the fact that the majority of these jobs are going to purposely be understaffed. You can't control the fact that the majority of these jobs, if they can find a worker that can do the work of 3 or 4 people, they're gonna get one worker to do the work of 3 or 4 people instead of hiring 3 or 4 people. Like, That's just the game. If you can save money by having certain workhorses just get certain things done, jobs are going to do that. Jobs are always looking to protect their back end, to protect their bread, to protect their money, and I'm just at a point now where I realize my role as a worker. It's not your role to go there and to run things and to control things. That's not really your place. Everybody who goes to work, you have somebody above you. You know what I'm saying? Even the boss, the boss has a boss. You know what I'm saying? If you're not the one owning that corporation, you're just doing what some higher up is telling you to do. So you have a certain level of control, but only so much control. You know what I'm saying? So like, instead of complaining about what control you do have or don't have, just take advantage of the control that you do have. What you can control is, are you going to come on time? What you can control is, are you going to pick up shifts? What you can control is, will you look for other opportunities? Will you look for trades? Will you look for programs that many of these jobs, they have programs where they will pay for you to go to school so you can get qualified for higher and better positions within that corporation or a different corporation, What are you doing to better your situation? Are you just sitting there complaining? Are you just going there every day like, oh shit, here we go again. This BS. I'm tired. Are you bringing that negative, dead energy, dead weight to the job? Are you the dead weight? Are you the one bringing down the frequency and the energy? I don't like using frequencies and energies, but you know what I'm saying? Like, those things are real. Like, are you the one bringing down the energy of the building? Are you one of the people contributing to the darkness and to the depression that you feel within the building? Or are you one of the people at the job that people look forward to seeing? You uplift people. You make people forget about the fact that they're at work. You make work fun, or you try to, because there's certain people out here, they say, oh, work is not a place for you to have fun, this, that, and the third. And, they have a point, but I feel like if you learn how to make the things that you don't enjoy doing fun, or you make something about it fun, or you reward yourself in some sort of way, that's how you get through these tough things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make it fun. Like, anybody who plays sports, like, a lot of times, bro, where you will be conditioning or when you will be in practice, the coaches will spice things up a little bit, make it a little fun to keep the players engaged, to keep the players going, to give the players motivation to get through the sprints and the runs. Like, a lot of times the coaches will say, all right, after we do conditioning, after we do suicides, we can play 5-on-5. Or if you play football, after we do what was that thing called that we did? I forgot what it was called, but you basically ran like the length of the field type shit. Gassers. Man, I used to hate gassers. After we get done with gassers, we can do 7-on-7. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, you got to give yourself some sort of reward system for the work that you're going to put in, because we can't escape the fact that the majority of us, unless we're one of these elitists, and the majority of us aren't one of these elitists, you got to work and you got to grind for what you want in this life. See, one thing America does give us is the opportunity to work for something, It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean everybody's going to make it. But everybody has a chance and the opportunity to go down to a job, apply for a job, get a job, and move from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have that opportunity. We all have the opportunity to look into trades or to look into schooling and try to, you know what I'm saying, raise our pay grade or raise our skill level. Because that's really what it comes down to these days, bro. It's a skill gap. They don't want people that are working jobs that they feel are low skill. What is a low skill job? A low skill job is a job that you can pull somebody off of the street. You know what I'm saying? Sit them down for a couple of hours and they can do the job for the most part. You can just bring somebody off of the street and within a day or two of orientation and training, they can do the job. A skill job is a job where you've had to go to school. You've had 6 months, a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years of experience building a certain skill. So now you have more value because you're not as common. You're rare. You're a rare commodity. That's why these people in these tech jobs and all these things, they get paid more because they have certain skills, certain computer skills. That the average person off of the street, if you were to put them on a computer and ask them to do certain things that these tech people do, they wouldn't know what the hell to do. And you could train them for 2-3 days and they'll still be getting up. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what folks got to focus on, man. Like, make the best of whatever opportunity you got. And I understand a 9 to 5 ain't so, like, bro, when you don't got a job, bro, that's not a good feeling, bro. Let's all be real. I'm pretty sure a lot of us, or the majority of us, have experienced going through that phase where you're searching for a job, or you may have lost a job, or you may have left a job, or you may have relocated and you're looking for another job. Like, you know how that process is when, you ain't got no bread, or some people do, some people do. You go through that process where you ain't really got no bread. And really what I'm saying, man, is like, what the very thing that you hate, the very job that the very thing that I hated having to work, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, that's all I want right now. That's all I can focus on. Like, bro, I need to be working, going to school, like bettering my life. Now my focus is, how can I better my life? Because when you get humbled to such a point and you realize like how real things are, you know what I'm saying? You realize how quick your life can change with just one decision. Like yesterday, I down there ended up behind bars from just dumb decisions. Like, life really ain't no game, bro. One bad move, bro, you out of here. One bad move and you behind bars for X amount of years. You know what I'm saying? Like, life really ain't a game, bro. So like, once you get to that point where you realize like, all right, you can sit around here and you can be complaining or whatever, but that's really weak, especially like as men, bro. It's really weak to just sit around and complain, bro. We got to figure out how are we going to conquer whatever obstacles that we have in our way, bro. If your obstacle is poverty, how are you going to conquer poverty? You're not going to conquer poverty by complaining about how hard it is, bro. Because it's hard for everybody. That person that's living in the suburbs and got that big house, it's a story behind that house for a lot of people. Some people that, they had it given to them. They were spoon fed. Everything was everything from the jump. They just grew up good. But even those people, we see what's going on with Michael Jordan and his son. Like, you can have the perfect guidance or the perfect parents, or your parents could have money and you can still make poor decisions. You know what I'm saying? So it really all comes down to you. How focused are you? How disciplined are you? You know what I'm saying? How bad do you want it? But yeah, man, I just wanted to get my video out for the day. Like I said, man, I'm gonna keep this thing going as long as possible, as long as I can stay as consistent as I can stay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make any guarantees, but all I'm going to say is every day that I can make a video, I'm going to make one. Like I said, I'm human. Things happen. Life happens. Life be lifing. So I'm not going to guarantee a video every day, because I'm just playing the odds of being human. Like, it's a good chance that one of these days something's going to come up or things are going to change. Like, soon things are going to change where I ain't always just going to be able to come into the living room and just chop it up with y'all. Like, soon that's going to be different. Like, soon it's going to be people in the house and all type of shit. So like, that's why I'm just taking advantage of this time to make as many videos as possible. You know what I'm saying? While I can, you feel me? But on down the line, I'm gonna have it set up. Like, I'm working on getting me a little space where, I can have a little privacy and make videos. Like, I want to make my own little studio setup. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got big dreams for this whole YouTube thing. Like I said, this is just the start. This is, I wouldn't say these videos are low quality, but they're pretty, you can say a little basic. I just record off of my phone. I don't do anything extra. I don't spice them up or anything like that. So, I'm just making the best of what I have and growing my platform, just using my voice and my personality. And I appreciate everybody who supports what I do, but just know, things aren't always going to stay this way. I mean, we always going to have these OG videos where I just come chop it up with y'all. But I do have bigger dreams for this platform. You know what I'm saying? I do want to do reactions. I do want to do podcasts. I do want to be able to do a different caliber of videos, and that just takes, that's just going to take some time. Like I said, bro, I'm working on building me a little studio. You feel me? But that's going to take money. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm dreaming big, but I got to put the work in to make these things happen, and they're going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're going to happen because I'm going to make it happen. But 9 to 5s, bro, they not that bad, bro. Like I said, bro, 9 to 5 is that's all I'm thinking about right now, bro. That's all I'm thinking about right now. And I know once I get the job and I'm working in this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be as eager to work, but I'm going to definitely appreciate it. I'm definitely not going to take it for granted. And I'm definitely not going to mess it up. Because like I said, I've always been a good worker. Just sometimes I get to a point where I'm just mentally done with it and I tap out. And you know what I'm saying? I've matured to a point to where I realize as an adult, as a man, You know, you got to stick things out. You got to move with a certain level of professionalism, even if you're at a job and you don't like the way things are going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like, I know plenty of people, like my pops. He's been at plenty of jobs where he ain't like how it was going, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a certain level of professionalism you still have to move with. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've learned, just being more mature. You know, this next job that I go into, I'm going to be way more mature. You know, and like I said, I've always carried myself well, spoke well, been, for the most part, professional at work. But, you know, like I said, it's certain areas, especially at my last job, that I started to slack in, and I ain't carrying myself as professionally as I could. You know what I'm saying? And doing things like that makes it easier for them to just, you know, like I said, it's going to overweigh the good that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because people tend to, it's just natural human nature. People tend to remember the bad that you do more than they remember the good. You can have 15 straight good days, but they going to remember that 16th bad day where you was in the parking lot asleep. But I'm out.